He was the first man to take on El Capitan without any protection, a mountain that made even the bravest climbers tremble. El Capitan stands at 906 meters tall, the largest granite monolith in the world. Smooth, steep, and almost impossible to climb. One wrong move means death. No ropes. No safety gear, just hands, feet, and the sheer will to survive. Every tiny bump, every crack, every shadow in the rock could be the only thing keeping him alive. Back in 1958, a team had reached the top, but they used ropes and tools. It took them 47 days to make it. Now, Alex Honnold wanted to do it his way. Bare hands, no ropes. Half a day to reach the summit. No one knew if he'd make history or fall to his death. He had trained for a year and a half, climbed El Capitan with ropes more than 60 times, each time studying the rock like a language only he could understand. He failed countless times, but he never gave up. He mapped out every move, every hold, every breath. June 3rd, 2017, 5 a.m. Alex took his first step off the ground. Multiple cameras followed him from every angle. No tricks. No serie, just a man against the wall. His only tools were his hands, his feet, and a bag of chalk. The first 20 meters were easy. He moved fast, confident, but there was no turning back now. Every muscle in his body had to stay tense, every breath measured. A single mistake meant nothing left to save him. Soon he reached the first major test, the free blast slab, a 150-meter stretch of smooth rock with barely any holds. His fingers clung to ridges thinner than a coin. Sometimes, just one toe carried his whole body. The pain was sharp, but his focus sharper. Even the crew watching could barely breathe. They'd seen him fall here before with ropes. Now he was on his own, but he made it through.
Mikey, do you copy? This is Jimmy.
Hey Jimmy, this is Mikey.
Can you let me know when he's through the slab pitch?
Through the slab pitch.
He's through it?
Past the first wall of death, and for the first time his movements looked lighter. By 6 a.m. he'd reached the halfway point. He'd memorized the route like a ritual. Up, then left 8 meters, down 20, across a ledge, then climbed diagonally up again. Every shift demanded total control. One wrong grip and he'd vanish into the void. At 6,020 he started the descent, climbing down blind. No clear view of his next hold, just instinct and trust in his own hands. He finally reached the boot flake. To his surprise, 2 climbers were there, asleep in their tent. They woke to see him passing by, silent, no time to talk. He gave them a nod and kept moving. By 6,050 he entered the hollow flake, 300 meters above the ground. A section known for loose rock and shifting balance, one of the most dangerous routes in the world. He climbed slowly, pressing his body against the rock. Pain spread through his arms, but he didn't flinch. Next came the monster crack, a brutal climb that forced him to wedge half his body into the wall. Friction was his only friend.
He's almost through it.
Every push left his skin burning. 15 minutes later, he reached the boulder problem, just 3 meters long, but the hardest part of the entire climb. It required perfect timing. Every move had to flow like music. One wrong beat meant death. He placed his right hand on a small hold. 2 fingers from his left hand latched onto a tiny ridge. Then his feet crossed midair, his thumb replaced his fingers, and he reached for the next edge. Now came the final move, a leap across a 1-meter gap with nothing beneath him. He had 2 choices: jump and grab the edge, or kick the wall like a karate strike, hook his left foot on a bump, and pull himself across. Either way, failure wasn't an option. The camera crew couldn't watch. Their hearts pounded louder than the wind. Alex took a deep breath, dipped his hands in chalk, and stepped into the void.
Just did the karate kick.